Alright guys, this is Sam and Anthony again with the RG reviews. I've been holding off on doing a review on this pistol just because I don't think it falls into necessarily the cost-effective range of pistols that everyone can afford. It's the Springfield XD subcompact. We picked it up on base for $460. Which I think is just a little more than what the average dude can afford on just a whim of buying a gun. Most people have to save up for something like this. But it came with one 13-round magazine and a 16-round full grip mag in the box. It also came with a mag loader, which I don't really use. I can load mags just fine with my hands. One mag holder and a holster for the gun. What was really cool when I picked this gun up is Springfield obviously already has some really rocking accessories that come with it, just awesome stuff. But also when I picked it up, they had a rebate kind of deal going on where you just emailed them or faxed them your information on the gun, your receipt, and they sent me 3 free magazines and a free mag holder, which is like over $100 worth of free stuff, and they got that to my house within a week of me sending the receipt in. I was kind of skeptical. I was just like, yeah, maybe they were just doing this, just to get people to, register their guns to them or send their warranty cards in or whatnot. But they actually sent me the stuff, so that was pretty awesome. As far as operation of the gun, I haven't had a jam on it yet. As reliability goes. Even through the break-in period, no jams. And I know it's going to jam, I'm just waiting. It'll probably surprise me. I keep this gun pretty well cleaned and well oiled. Breaking it down is just a snap. All you have to do is lock the slide back, flip this lever up, let the slide back forward, pull the trigger, and it's done. Take out your spring, take out your barrel. This gun was also safety checked before the video, and there's no magazine in it, so. And then it's pretty much field stripped. Everything's, it's not a very complicated pistol. Field strip, ready to clean. Put it back in. Comes apart real easy and goes back together just as easy. Springs back in. Goes back on the frame. Lock the slide back. Flip the lever down. Let the slide forward, and you're ready to rock. It's got pretty decent little dovetail sights on it. I like them just because they're a wider profile of a sight. They're not real thin, and those are the sights I'm more comfortable with. They're like a short version of a 1911 sight, something I could compare it to, just a chopped down version. And it's pretty accurate. It's done everything I've wanted it to do, and I can't blame this gun for me being inaccurate. I've been working on my trigger pull quite a bit, and that's what was getting in the way of this. I originally got it as my first concealed carry piece. Why I wanted it? Because it was very small, and where most people only had 10 round mags and concealed, this had 13, and then it came with a full-size grip magazine, which is 16. A 16 plus 1, of course, which just appealed to me quite a bit. I mean, I have the full-size firepower and a subcompact with this mag, and not that you can't do that with Glocks and whatnot, but just the accessories that came with it, and just the idea of the new XD. It's not, when I got it, it was new, but now they have the XDM series out, which is a step up with magazine capacity, and I believe they worked on the ergonomics of it, put better sights on them, lighter slide, I believe. But buying a Springfield, you're also kind of like buying the Springfield name, and that's kind of what I was going for. I just didn't want a subcompact Glock. They just didn't fit right in my hand, and this seemed like it fits pretty solid. With a full-size grip, it's perfect. It has a really good feel. Ambidextrous mag release. As you can see, there's no actual safety other than a trigger safety, which is another reason why I like it. Sometimes certain guns I want safeties on, certain guns I don't. I guess that's a nice way to put that. The trigger pull falls between, I looked at the specs for it on SpringfieldArmory.com, and it said the trigger pull falls between 5.5 pounds and 7.7 pounds, which I have a hard time believing that's the actual trigger pull. It's such a sweet trigger. I'll go ahead and dry fire it. I don't have a problem dry firing my guns, but... And then the trigger reset on it, it's right about there, so... If you know how to use trigger reset while you're shooting. As far as the weight goes, I just picked up a Ruger SR9C, and what I can say about that is it has it beat in the slimness of the gun. The SR9 is more like a 1911 slimness, and it has it beat in the weight of the gun for sure. But it doesn't beat it in capacity, which is why I start thinking about the XD subcompact more and more as my carry instead of the SR9. And I've put hundreds, maybe even up to 1,000 rounds through it so far, and I haven't had a jam. It's definitely between 500 and 1,000, and it's just never had a problem. As long as you take care of your stuff, you shouldn't have problems like that. And then, I don't know what else really to say about it. It's other than me just running through the specs, which is kind of dry. Weight empty is 26 ounces, and with the larger mag it says 27 ounces. I don't think 1 ounce really makes that big of a difference. The length is 6.25 inches, which is pretty short. It's still shorter than a lot of concealed guns. And still sticking with 9mm. It doesn't beat out a car or something like that, but you're also going to pay more for a car, and then you're going to sacrifice capacity because of their single stack magazines. I think the XD is, it doesn't fall under the category of I can just go out and buy one, but it does fall under the category of affordable if I budget my money correctly. Even a dude on a Taco Bell salary could probably afford one of these if they budgeted their money correctly. It's one of the sweetest shooting guns. Small pistols I have, the recoil is next to nothing on it for a subcompact, and other than it being a little more uncomfortable to wear on my side than the SR9 and in a concealed carry holster, I have no problems with carrying this, and I would definitely trust my life to it just because of how it's performed so far. I will be doing a review on the SR9C, and also I'm going to be doing a comparison of the concealed carry guns I have, like the SP01 compact, basically the concealed carry CZ75, Smith & Wesson Aerolite 38 Special, a Ruger LCR 357 Magnum, and then the Ruger SR9C. So look forward to all of those. The only reason I haven't done a review on the SR9C or those revolvers is I'm not very proficient with revolvers yet. I'm way better than what I began with, but and I just haven't put enough rounds through them to honestly, stick them up next to the XD, because they are two separate worlds of firearm. A revolver is one of those that will never fail, and a pistol is one of those that you just can't beat in capacity. But the way I view it as far as a carry gun goes, police officers use revolvers for how many years and they got the job done, so I don't see how they're any less effective. But I think on that point I'm gonna sign off here. Thanks for watching. Be safe when you go out to the range. If you have any questions about this gun or any of the other guns that I've mentioned so far, I'll be able to help. I'll try and help you out to the best of my ability. A lot of the stuff I do, I learn. I just look up online. I go to different forums. I do go to Wikipedia as a starting point, and then I work from there down. I'll check some of the references and whatnot and compare it to different information that I've seen. Just even from stuff I hear at the gun range to how different people like different guns. I'll even take that into account before I do a review. But almost every single person that shot this gun has said they've liked it and they haven't had a problem with it. From little 120-pound girls to big 250-pound guys like me, you know, it's just perfect. I just wish they would come down on the price just a little bit. They probably have now that the XDMs are out. You could probably get these used for $3.99, probably for like between $3.50 and $3.99 used. It's just a guesstimation. But thanks for watching, guys. Be safe out at the range and take care of yourselves.